This one? Okay, you know what? I have Noah's here. Noah Martin, we are going to do yours next. Sup? Thank you so much for submitting your track. We're going to do a blind listen. I'm super excited. You gave a lot of really interesting information. So let's take a look at what you wrote. You wrote Noah from Quebec. Maria, Quebec. I didn't even know there was a place called Maria, Quebec. That's so funny. I'm a Montrealer, and it's this weird thing about being an Anglophone Montrealer. It's like, are you really Quebecois? I don't know. It doesn't feel like it. Anyway, so blends electro and progressive house influences. He's been producing for 3 years. Deep End, talking about emotional struggle, feeling overwhelmed, lost, but refusing to give in. That is really important. So the themes explore vulnerability, resilience, but also a journey to reclaim strength, clarity, and even in the darkest moments. I totally love that message, and I love exploring those themes. I think that that's so, so beautiful. And music is such an amazing tool to be able to do that. Okay, so the focus is the drop specifically, given with how complicated of a project this was and going back and forth on it from version to version before my team, and I decided to pitch it to labels. Okay, so any feedback on the drop? Okay, and anything that can be carried on with future releases. All right, Martin, so excited to listen. All right. Nice.
Night falls, I feel it creeping through my veins.
Nice, ear candy. Voice is really clear.
Silence magnifies my pain. Now I'm searching for the fire that can bring me back to life while holding on to dreams I can't let go. I am struggling to breathe, but I can feel the storm subside. I rise again.
Nice.
I know I am not alone. When I try to close my eyes, I feel the darkness start to rise. I'm in the deep end, searching for a light. When the shadows pull me down, I hear the silence all around. I'm in the deep end, but I refuse to drown. Deep end.
Nice. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit for you guys because
Waves crash, the current pulls me past the tide. I will fight and keep on searching deep inside. Now I'm searching for the fire that can bring me back to life while holding on to dreams I can't let go. I am struggling to breathe, but I can feel the storm subside. I'll rise again, 'cause I know I am not alone. When I try to close my eyes, I feel the darkness start to rise. I'm searching for a light. When the shadows pull me down, I hear the silence all around. I'm in the deep end, but I refuse to drown. Deep end.
so fun.
When I try to close my eyes, I feel the darkness start to rise. I'm in the deep end, searching for a light. When the shadows pull me down, I hear the silence all around. I'm in the deep end, but I refuse to drown. Deep end.
Fun. Noah, good job. That's awesome. I particularly like the end. I think that that's like really the way her voice goes, everything is balanced. Okay, so right off the bat, I hear what you mean when it comes to the drop. You're trying to figure out Let me make this a bit smaller so I can see where the drops are. Okay, perfect. So we have here the drops. No, okay, it would be probably around here. Maybe it's right in here. No, it's not. Here we go. So often what I like to do before I come in with a chorus, like I am someone that I'll throw absolutely everything in my production and basically make it way too busy. And then I purposefully do that because I want everything to kind of fit all together, all the pieces to fit together. Then I pull out everything that's not entirely necessary to emphasize stuff. So before a chorus hits, I often will go in with nothing. I'll like clear everything out except for like a one voice or a drum fill. And then I'll add some sort of sound design, like a reverse snare or something to really pull us back into it. We see here, you don't want the energy to drop, but like I am struggling to breathe, but I can feel the stars subside. I'll rise again, 'cause I know I'm not alone. When I try to close my eyes, I feel the darkness start. And then you can adjust it depending on how impactful it needs to be. Often what I will also do is make sure that my synth leads are not necessarily completely in the same frequency band as the main voice. So when you listen to it, when the chorus hits here, when I try to close my eyes, I feel the darkness start to rise. The voice is singing slightly lower than that synth lead you have, which is a cool synth lead. I would just make sure and pull out certain frequencies that are competing with the voice because you don't want it to mask it. And especially on a chorus, you want to be supporting the voice because the voice is the thing that everyone is going to be repeating. It's catchy. Overall songwriting is awesome. It's kind of throwing me back to like, I mean, I don't know if anyone else thinks this, but like 2013 to 2016, there were these like banger tracks that were like these house tracks that were so feel good. It felt so good. Like the summers of that era were so fun. And it has a little bit of that magic to it, which is really, really cool and nostalgic. And it feels somehow like also fresh at the same time. So really good job, Noah. So let's see if we can just do a little bit of EQ and see if we can control a bit. Like overall, mix is sounding from what I can hear pretty darn good. There's just the silence, the synth would be where my pain. Now I'm searching for like the lower part of it would be where I would put the synth. You have a lot of it. Like you hear, you have it living in the same as the voice. So it really is competing. You want to really, even side chaining the synth. Like if I boost up where the vocal articulation is, when the shadows pull me down, I hear this. That is something that you want to really be mindful of, that they aren't necessarily taking up the same frequency bands, if that makes sense. Like really anything that is supposed to be hitting, even though it's a lead, the voice kind of always sits on top of everything. Unless the voice isn't there, obviously. But yeah, I'm going to see what I can do. Maybe I can do a little bit of cleaning and somehow it'll come through. But let's see. The silence is my pain. Now I'm searching for the fire that can bring me back to life while holding on to dreams I can't let go. That's like I am struggling to breathe, but I can feel the storm subside. I'll rise again, 'cause I know I am not alone. When I try to close my eyes, I feel the darkness start to rise. I'm in the deep end, searching for a light. So what I would also do, just production-wise, not to be the annoying... I mean, you're asking for my feedback. I'm not being annoying. Okay, I have to check myself because I always feel like, oh, I don't want to give people advice if they don't want it. But you literally submitted your track for feedback. So I'm just going to give you my, not unsolicited advice, but like my advice. What was it that I was going to say?
The silence magnifies my pain.
Yeah, we hear as the drop is gonna happen.
Magnify. Now bring me back to
Where are we?
I am struggling
Here we
to
go.
breathe, but I
So,
can feel the storm
You
subside.
can hear
I'll
the
rise
doubles
again,
that are a bit
'cause I know
higher,
I am not alone.
especially on the chorus. I know at the end.
When I try to close my eyes, I feel the darkness start to rise.
That, I think you can boost that a little bit more, especially in the first chorus. You want it to hit. So with choruses, you really want to hit. There's also these different tricks where on the verse, maybe you have a lot of reverb, and then on the chorus, you have none, or vice versa. On the verse, you have like very dry, and on the chorus, you like open up the reverb so it feels huge and big. But you want to be alternating and playing with the production so it really hits. There's some changes. Yeah, in terms of the drops, I really would suggest taking out a few little things, having a key, either it's just like the hits,
That can bring
like
me
that
back to
drop
life while
happens,
holding on
or
to
just
dreams
the
I can't let go. I am struggling
and then that
to
thing, you
breathe,
gotta pull
but
that
I
back
can feel the
because it's
storm
competing with the
subside.
voice.
I'll rise again, 'cause I know I am not
Everything
alone.
drops.
When I try to close my eyes.
I would remove almost everything and have a bring it back in. That's what I would do production wise. But overall, I think that on just a stereo, I can't do too much to the track itself. It would be more in terms of levels of the different tracks. Definitely pull down that main synth. For your voice, even on the chorus, I know you have some doubles there. On the first chorus, I would maybe even give those doubles a little bit more juice just so it really, really knocks it. Okay, just so you know, your voice is getting lost underneath the track. Can't hear you when the track is playing. Still happening. Gosh, guys.